So I kind of divide SEO up into three different pillars, right? The first pillar was something that was super important about 10 years ago, where when Google first came out, ranking for keywords and ranking on Google was super easy, right? Like you just had to throw a bunch of keywords on a page, make sure that your page didn't have any errors, that the site speed was fast, all that kind of stuff, and then you would start ranking for things. But as society evolved and as Google evolved and their algorithm evolved, we quickly found out that people can do that and still be scammers, right? Like I can have a perfect site, I can have all my keywords up there, and my brand can still be a sham, or I can still have bad customer service, or I can have poor products, or all these different things. So that's when Google started adding on a lot more modifications to their algorithm. And that also came about with the birth of social media and how social media gave social proof such an important position. So that first pillar nowadays is relevant. You should fix those things, the things that you're talking about, adding those tags, making sure your site speed is good, all that kind of stuff is still valuable and it should be done, but it's not the primary thing you should be doing with SEO anymore. The thing you should be doing with SEO are the last two pillars, which once again was highly influenced by social media. The second one is content creation. So actually getting content onto your website and then optimizing your current content to make sure that it's actually the right amount of keywords, that it is that it's not too redundant, and that it's actually valuable for people. And then the way to get content on your site, there's kind of two different ways to do it. One is adding products, which isn't necessarily the best solution for everyone. And then the other one is having a blog, right? And so that's what we see a lot of these huge brands having, and a lot of other up and coming brands doing, is they're actually creating these blogs, because basically what this content creation is good for, it's like hashtags on social media, right? If I'm throwing up a photo of a sunset, I'm going to put hashtag sunset, because Instagram's bots can't see my photo, right? They can only read the words. So it's the same thing with Google. Google can't see your photos. It can see the alt text on your images, but it can't see what you're selling. It can't see all the videos and the images and all the little nuances. So you need to tell Google what your site is about, right? So that's what we do with content creation. When we're writing these blogs, when we're putting this content out there, after we've done keyword research and kind of seen what different keywords we want to rank for, then we're going to start making content for this. And just like social media, it needs to be quality content, right? Like something that's actually valuable to people. We're not just going to be throwing a bunch of words up there that are that aren't legible, or that's just a bunch of run-on sentences with a bunch of keywords thrown in there. Because Google will also see if people jump into that blog and then they're bouncing out real quick, like that bounce rate. If they see that increase, then they'll be like, okay, well, this is junk, and that goes into that social proof too. So that content is basically telling Google, hey, I want to rank for this word. This is what my site is about. This is what we do. And this is what I want to rank for. And then in order to rank for those certain keywords, this is where that, once again, that social proof. And I kind of combine this up and compare it to like shares on Instagram, which are the backlinks or the link acquisition, where you're actually getting backlinks from other blogs.